Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're all having a lovely day. So today I'd like to talk about a follow-up on some news I discussed a few months ago about a shareholder resolution at Microsoft. A few months ago, there was a shareholder resolution filed demanding easy access to being able to repair their products because, as you know, just like many companies have anti-right to repair practices, so does Microsoft. For many years, they designed a product called the Microsoft Surface that you had to literally destroy to open. Actually worse than Apple. One of the reasons I don't cover it much on this channel is because I've never actually seen one in person. I'm still waiting for someone to buy one before I actually even go over it. We've had an ongoing meme on this channel for the past 5 years where I claim that the Surface doesn't exist, but that's a discussion for another day. So I wanted to read you this little piece of news, which is very exciting because, as you can imagine, Microsoft as a company is just one of many that has been lobbying against right to repair over the last several years. This comes from Bloomberg. It says Microsoft will allow more repair shops after activist protests. Microsoft has agreed to let more repair shops fix its devices, caving to complaints from advocates and shareholders about the tight grip technology companies have over consumer repairs. The software giant signed a commitment to allow repairs and share part schematics for its Surface computers to those not on the list of authorized providers, according to documents viewed by Bloomberg News. Additionally, Microsoft agreed to let an outside group evaluate the environmental impact of its repair operations for its Surface devices and Xbox consoles. The company agreed to start these changes in 2022. Microsoft is, quote, committed to designing our products to deliver what consumers need and want in a premium device, and that includes increasing device repairability, a company spokesperson said Thursday in a statement. We believe customers are entitled to repair options that are safe and reliable. We currently provide customers with repair services that ensure the high quality of repairs, safeguard customers' privacy and security, and protect customers from injury. So this is, of course, your standard bullshit Weasley word statement. What they mean by safeguard customers' privacy and security is we're not going to let those dirty, filthy peasant independent repairmen in them, and protect customers from injury means that we are going to use protecting you from injury as an excuse as to why we only allow the absolute most basic of repairs that nobody even cares about because those repairs are not economically viable anyway because you are replacing 90% of the device and charging the customer 95% of it. That's a little Weasley over there. But what I'm really focusing in on here is when they say they signed a commitment to allow repairs and share parts schematics. Again, not some sort of Apple IRP program thing where they are going to allow you to buy screens and batteries if you fill out the form in advance with the IMEI number of the phone and agree to send the old one back, and maybe a week or two later you'll get a screen that is insanely overpriced. We're talking about things that you can actually use for economically viable repairs. We're talking about the actual schematic for the board if they're not lying there. And that is a big if. If they are not lying, they are going to actually be sharing schematics, which is key to what we talk about in this movement. Again, this t-shirt that I made about 6 or 7 years ago, I made this t-shirt to put a line in the sand so that I could not back away from it later. Schematics or die. That is right to repair. If you are not going to offer us the schematics to be able to fix the device, I don't care about what half measure you have. That's not it. And whether you're a large company like Microsoft or Apple or a small startup like Framework, I will call you out on. I have the same standard across the board, and I was very happy when Framework said that they are actually going to make schematics available. I had a short conversation with their CEO, and they actually changed their minds about making schematics available. This is really an amazing step forward. It says in the article, Microsoft and fellow computer titans, Apple, HP, and Alphabet tightly control the people who can fix their hardware or even access designs and parts. Critics accuse them of monopolizing the repair market and wasting resources. These companies have cited security as the reason for the restrictions. Dozens of states have proposed recent laws to expand consumer repairs, but the tech companies, along with the video game and medical device industry, have successfully lobbied against them, which, by the way, is something that I am hoping changes because, we actually now have the resources to do some lobbying of our own. And I have been doing lobbying in one particular state where Microsoft has been involved, and I do kind of wonder if them seeing that this is an actual threat now rather than just a joke is part of the reason that they're finally deciding to change things in advance. There was one state where they came back to us and said, okay, we're open to right to repair. We would just like to kind of amend the bill just a little bit, but we're totally open to it. And I'm waiting to hear back from them, from our lobbyist in that state, so that we understand exactly what's going on. But this is This is absolutely amazing. Microsoft has come a long way, and they needed to, Nathan Proctor, campaign director for US PERG, a consumer advocacy group, said on Thursday. I will include a link to him down below. He is an amazing right to repair giant, does a lot of good work. As you saw, a shareholder activism nonprofit group brought a resolution with Microsoft about its repair restrictions. On Thursday, the group withdrew its resolution. This is an encouraging step, said Kelly McBee, waste program coordinator for the nonprofit. One of the largest technology companies that has been known throughout the 90s, 2000s, and let's admit probably a good portion of the 2010s as being evil incarnate is deciding to side with right to repair. Again, now, they did say that they are waiting until 2022, and I don't know how much of the schematics or die they're actually going to be living up to. By the way, my sincerest apologies. I know I said that I was going to be making these t-shirts available again. I haven't gotten around to it. I am in the process of preparing 27 different document types that were requested by the letter from my auditor. So there are certain things that unfortunately do waste my time and don't allow me to focus on the things I would like to focus on. But this is just absolutely amazing. I mean, between this and and right to repair showing up on Trevor Noah the other day, I mean, this is Trevor Noah's show, and he's talking about right to repair. Again, like him or dislike him, I don't give a shit. This is the pinnacle of an issue going mainstream when it shows up on these nightly TV shows. And this is absolutely amazing. I feel like I have been pushing a boulder up a hill for the past 9 years of my life, and I feel like I'm finally on the point where now I'm just pushing it down the hill and I don't really have to do the work anymore. That doesn't mean I'm not going to do the work. That doesn't mean I'm not going to put the effort in. That doesn't mean I'm not hiring lobbyists in 6 states so far and more to come. That doesn't mean that we're not going to be doing a lot of advocacy, like funding groups that are going to educate people on right to repair that eventually wind up being the groups that file shareholder resolutions. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop what I'm doing. I'm just saying the feeling I'm starting to get in my head, and I shouldn't allow it to make my head big. I just can't help myself, is that this boulder that we have all been collectively pushing up a hill for the past 9 fucking years might just finally be at the point of the hill where we just do this, and we just get to watch it roll down the hill on its own. I can't help but feel that way. I'll be honest with you. This is amazing. This is a lot of progress. Now, they did say 2022, and that does scare me a little bit. Why 2022? If we're talking about making a schematic available, this is a PDF. You're Microsoft. You have the ability to host a PDF if you want without 6 months of preparation. So I do have my doubts. You said some nice things. You got some, I hope that this is not just, let's hope they forget about this in 6 months. Let's hope that Lewis stops paying a lobbyist or stops paying a firm that's hiring a lobbyist in this state in a couple of months and they forget about it because we released a nice press release and then we go back on it later and then the session is over and then they have to come back in 2023. I'm really hoping that is not what's going on here, but I always got to keep it in the back of my head. You always got to be vigilant. You always got to pay attention. But right to repair is genuinely at the point where it is going mainstream. It is starting to go parabolic. It is starting to go GME circa January 28th, and I can't help but be just a little bit excited. And I hope all of you are a little bit excited too, because at the end of the day, all I really did on this channel is point to the boulder. You guys were all there lifting it with me. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I promise I will do my best to make time to make that shirt available again. I know I suck. This is just very, very bad timing for a bunch of different things to happen all at the same time in my life that are really destroying any fraction of spare time that I imagined I would have available. See you all in the next video. Bye now.